NSFW, what's the most awkward thing that happened to you as a horny teen? Masturbating with a travel-sized bottle of dry shampoo. Before I was done, my mom called me for dinner. The bottle was stuck because I tensed up when she called my name. Had to eat dinner with my parents with the dry shampoo bottle still in my vagina and act like everything was normal. Edit. The people commenting on my post misunderstood, didn't read correctly. It's not a shampoo bottle. It was a dry shampoo bottle. The Ken spray bottle kind. Like a hairspray one. Travel sized. I repeat, travel sized. So, how was your day? There's definitely not a bottle of shampoo stuck in my vagina. That's for sure. Incredible story, and definitely the strangest sense of relief I've ever felt when you revealed your gender. I had a different image of how this bottle had become stuck. I hope you had the lid on. Dad walked in while me and my middle school girlfriend were mid-dry hump. He walked in saying, "Does anyone want some pie?" with a mouthful of pie, and then he just left the room and we never talked about it again. Sounds like you were way ahead of him on that one. Me not realizing a girl is asking me touch her tits and me shutting her down cause I thought she was joking. Oh god. Relatable. When looking back on old chats, so many girls were into me, and I never noticed. Well, I'm pretty stupid around girls. Had my first climax in a race car bed of a kid I was overnight babysitting while they slept in the living room. I told the mom the kid peed the bed the next day. Can't beat that. Sounds like they did. On mayo, a carrot snapped off in my ass. Carrot dildos are not recommended. It's like they don't even care at all. Well, at least you gained hindsight. Dad walked in on me jerking off in my room and had to actually wait outside for a moment for me to pull my pants up. We talked after it and he wanted to have my phone, but I talked him out of it. Gave me one hell of a speech later though, in front of my mom and sister too. Your dad totally overreacted. You shouldn't have been punished for something natural and harmless. Now if you'd whipped it out at a family gathering, then that would be different. Once came in class for the first time for some reason I'm not sure, and I announced it to everyone. That's big DCK energy right there. I have arrived, peasants. Total Chad. More like, are you guys finished? I just finished in my pants. I once kissed my GF in school and got a boner. Not sure if anyone saw it, but I was freaking out. It happens. I got a boner cuddling my girl and I had to apologize for it. It didn't get awkward though. We just laughed and cuddled some more. But it's completely normal, my guy. In class I had this strong urge for sex. I was a virgin and had an uncontrollable urge to duck. I was sitting next to this girl and physically restraining myself to attempt to bust a fat nut. Then, as I'm sitting there, I realize the teacher asked me a question 5 minutes ago and the entire class is watching me clasping my DCK through the trousers. Might I add, trying to get my erection to go away. Yeah, that was awkward. I was eating some McDonald's while watching some videos. Was horny when done. Jerked off into the Coke plastic cup. It's a tie between flashing me then boyfriend and my mom walking in. At the time I went to hang out with a friend. He and I were not dating, and he tried to convince me to have sex with him by telling me not to worry if his mom hears because she likes it. I spent that whole visit petting his new kitten and never went to see him again. I grew up pretty religious. My dad was like an anti-masturbation warrior. So anyway, there was this one day where I was beating my DCK but just couldn't seem to get off. But I was ducking, determined to get my nut. And then comes dear old dad pounding on the door. "What you doing in there, son? Pooping? Well, hurry it up. Crisis averted." Or so I thought. It took about an hour for me to finish. Back when I had some upper body strength, my dad would come around every so often to check on me. And then I came out of the bathroom. My dad was sitting there, waiting for me. He demanded to see my phone. and I hadn't cleared the browser history, so I handed it over, red-faced, prepared to meet my doom. He and my mom called me into their room later and we had a long talk about the evils of porn and masturbation. They cut off the internet on my phone. Totally didn't stop me. I got caught 2 more times. The objective is to not get caught. Accidentally cummed in my sock. My first dance I ever had was with a new girl at school. I instantly got a boner and couldn't get rid of it. I'm sure she felt it. That was the only interaction I had with her, until my good buddy married her sister 20 years later. Now I see her all the time. Masturbating when my dad was watching me. Edit. I meant I was in the living room and my dad catched me while he was working outside. Excuse me, what? Dad caught me jacking off to Winnie the Pooh cartoon. It wasn't even porn. That's a nice lubricant you have, Winnie. What is it? Oh, it's honey. Had a Mrs. Robinson moment after I graduated HS. Neighbor friend of my mom had asked her if I could clean their pool for a few bucks. 70s, and when I went over she was sunbathing topless and made sure I saw the cash and prizes. Sadly no penthouse moment, but when I got out of the water to leave my purple-heraded yogurt slinger made sure she didn't forget what she caused. I was getting a blowjob and she threw up on my DCK after that. It was the most awkward thing ever. It was the worst blowjob ever.